Hello everybody, welcome to the FSGB 2025 Indy 50, the Grand Prix karting version of Indianapolis. We had some big technical issues, so we just made it in time to start streaming with the start of the race. We see still Beasley in the lead. Oh, there's a big crash. As suspected, there will be a lot of crashes. Still some drivers on the track in the wrong direction. We have a Losey on second place. Still Beasley still leading the race. And on the P3 we have Sandercoat. Oh, P3 we have Losey. 4 we have Robert Tennyson. P5 already Thomas Kane. 6 David Wilson. Victor Giai on 7. Arthur Guillaume on 7. To the back of the lead. Oh, Stel Beasley has a big lead. 2 seconds gap to Losey. And on third place we have Sandercoat. He's going to overtake Losey at the inside. There will be a lot of overtaking today because slipstreaming is very big on this track with these cars. Just like the real Indy. Again an overtake from Sandercoat on Losey. I think they will work together to close the gap between Beasley. Beasley is on his own, so he won't have a slipstream. And if Sandercoat and Losey are working together, they can close the gap to Stel Beasley. On 4 we have Robert Tennyson with a 1.7 seconds gap. 2.5 seconds behind them we have David Wilson. There we have Arthur Guillaume. I think he signed in on the last moment, he wasn't there this afternoon. Ian Chapman on 7. We have Philip Morgan on 8. Ashley van der Zalm on 9. Thomas Kane on 10. Alex Ben on 11. Tom Pindur battling with Alex Ben for P11. And they also approaching Thomas Kane. He's going to overtake Thomas Kane, yes. But this does mean nothing. We are at the start of the race, first part of the race. So there will be a lot of changes in positions because of the overtaking. Here we have Ashley van der Zalm following Pindur and Sven. Emilio Franco. Further to the back, Tias Kapatka. Roland Beasley, what happened with him? Most of the time he's a very fast driver. Jasper Nyberg on 16. Quignon Gonde 888 from France. Oh, that's me in the pits. Back to the front. Stel Beasley. He's not in the lead anymore. Oh yes, he is. Sorry. Oh, he's behind the back marker, I suppose. Looks like the back marker is defending. Who is that? Oh, they are driving together. Roland Beasley a lap down and his brother Stel Beasley behind him. That was not defending, that was giving him a slipstream. And it works because the gap between Sandercoat together with Lozi, the gap between Lozi and Beasley is increasing. It's more than 3 seconds now. That's Lozi. He's overtaking center code. And now Sander is at the inside, overtaking Lozi again, working together. Here we are with Tennyson, Robert Tennyson. And the real fight goes between Sander Coat, Lozi and Beasley. Beasley working together with his brother Roland Beasley. Oh, sorry. They have a very close slipstream. American brothers. 3.8 seconds is the gap right now, so it looks like they have a very good tactic. They can increase the oh, somebody missed the pit entrance. It's very dangerous at that point of the track. Here we have Sander Coat slipstreaming together with Lozi, but they don't do it the same way as the Beasley brothers do. Well, they are Americans, so they know how to drive on an oval. 4.2 seconds is the gap right now. Then we go to Tennyson on P4. Here we have another, oh, big crash. Van Chapman passing Guillaume Cioli. Very close together, maybe also helping each other. Oh, that's a strange way of driving on the track. Looks like Lozi and Coat have find a better way because, oh no, I thought the gap was becoming smaller, but it isn't. Looking at Stel Beasley and Roland Beasley. It looks very strange from the onboard, like he's hitting the car in front of him. I think he is hitting the car in front of him. But it works. 4.4 seconds is the gap right now. .7 seconds, and I think Sander Coat and Lozi, oh, somebody got off track. I think they are not seeing what Stel and Robert Beasley are doing, so I guess during practice he didn't demonstrate their tactics. So Sander Coat and Lozi are working together, but not good enough, because this is the way you should do it. That's the advantage if you're racing together with your brother. And I'm asking myself, what was the decision? Who would win the race? Stel, or wanted to try to win the race? Stel or his brother Roland? Roland was 14. He's also going faster, of course, this race, and now he's 11. 5.5 seconds is the gap. I think we can suspect who will be the winner today. It will be Stel, I think. And after 25 laps, or there should be a very big crash somewhere with Stel involved. Otherwise, Lozi and Code won't have a chance for today. Here we have Chapman on 7. Ben. So Roland Beastie won another position. Ben on 11. Where have we two cars together? Close behind Wilson, but not close enough to overtake him. Did I see a first pit stop there? Very long race, 7-2 laps, and it's about, oh, something goes on in the back. Easy to crash on this track. To go as fast as you want, you have to change the front wing and the rear wing. So you have no downforce in your front wing and no downforce on your rear wing, which makes you go very fast, but no downforce means difficult driving. Can go fast, but it's easy to crash this way. "72 laps, one lap is between 25 and 30 seconds, which means the race will be about 36 minutes. And we're almost halfway, oh no, 36 laps will be half of the race. Here we have two cars together helping each other. 5.9 seconds is the gap, 6.1 seconds is the gap. The gap is becoming bigger and bigger. One back marker. Very clean, the back marker, happily. No intervention in the race for the lead. Let's see what we have here. Baptiste Richin on 16. Kuyongonde 888 on 15. Tejas Kapatkar on 14. On 13, Ashley van der Zalm. 12, Tom Pindu. Oh, big crash in the back. Hard to find who it is. Oh. Tom Pindu on 12. Emilio Franco on 11. Roland Beasley on 10. Where is his brother, Stel Beasley? What's going on here? 12 seconds lead. There is Sander. And there is Lozi. I think we even missed something important. Lozi on 7. So now Sander is on his own, but he has a 12 seconds gap. Here we have Stel Beasley. And here we have Roland Beasley. Where is he on track? Logie on 7. He was helping Sander Coat, but something went wrong. So now Logie is suddenly P7 and Sander Coat is on P2 with a 12 seconds lap to the leader, Stel Beasley. Very difficult to overtake at the outside, but he did it. On the inside of Ashley van der Zalm, that's a lot easier. Still no idea what went wrong. Maybe they are on a different pit stop strategy, that would be possible. I don't know. We missed something. Here we have Logie fighting for a position. Overtaking on the outside, that's a bit difficult. Who's the guy behind him? Oh, he made it. Thomas Kane behind him. Logie to P6. It's a long race. Oh, we have a pit stop for that's difficult. Oh, he's in the lead right now. Because Beasley is still in. Oh. That was. Stel Beasley made his first pit stop after 41 laps. Looks like he's going to make only one pit stop. You need to make a pit stop because otherwise you won't have enough fuel for the whole race. But it's about the tires this race. Before the race everybody thought we would need at least 2 pit stops. But it looks like one pit stop will work for most drivers. Beasley's back in the lead, but the gap is 3.6 seconds right now. What is this Arthur doing at the inside of Stel Beasley? Is he helping him? Another driver into the pit. Tom goes into the pit. Fastest lap for Sander Coat. 3.6 seconds. The gap was a little bit smaller if I'm not wrong. Everything can happen in the race. So Stel Beasley has not won the race yet. It's a long race. 44 laps from 72 laps. Oh! Thomas Kane still after Jan Schule. I think Thomas won't be happy by this. On P7 now. The gap between Sander and Stel Beasley is becoming smaller. 1.6 seconds. Sander did win the race last year. Then he drove under the name Cadillac Crafter, but Sander Coat is his real name. 1.5 seconds is the gap. Looks like Arthur is helping him. 1.3 seconds. Oh, almost a crash. But still everybody is on track. Oh, now they have a crash. Oh, but he can still drive. 1.2 seconds. Gap is becoming smaller. Oh, Stel and Ronald are helping each other again. But I don't know what's going on, but the gap is becoming smaller instead of becoming bigger. Sander Koos has found some pace in a way that he is faster on his own than Stel and Roland are together. Less than a second. This is going to be an exciting race at the end. At the start of the race we thought it will be a boring race, an easy win for Stel, but everything changes. Sander is approaching Stel. Here we can see the gap between Stel Beasley and Sander Koot. 0.8 seconds. They are doing something wrong, the Beasley brothers, because they were much faster than Sander and Lozi. Now Sander is on his own and he's increasing the gap. They're decreasing the gap, sorry. 0.5 seconds. He's never been so close. 51 from 72 laps. Almost can touch them. Well, few cars could fit between them. Oh, that was almost a crash. But they are losing time again. I don't know how small the gap has to be before you can feel the tow. Now it becomes very exciting. 4 cars in a row. The last car is from Koot. Sander Koot fighting for the lead. Now he's behind Stel Beasley. Oh, not anymore. 1 car between. The Frenchman between the Dutchman Sander Koot and the American Stel Beasley. I don't know what the Frenchman is trying to do. He's a lap down, he shouldn't be there. He's a back marker. He should go out the way, I think. But it keeps the fight exciting this way, that's for sure. 0.3 seconds between P2 and P1 after 56 laps. The Indy 500 is always exciting to the end. Oh, Beasley spins! Oh, what a shame. And now Sander Koot has a big advantage over Stel Beasley. 8.4 seconds. Oh, and another crash. Sander Koot is very lucky this race. 10 seconds gap between Stel Beasley and him. Oh, another car into the grass. 12 seconds. I think he has damage. He has lost some speed, I guess. 13 seconds, yes. The gap is becoming bigger and bigger. Wilson on P3. He might have a chance to be 2. Losey on P4, 7.4 seconds. I think that gap is too big to be on the podium. But everything can happen in the Indy 50. Let's look at Beasley. This is top speed. It should be 160 at the end. Yeah, 160, yeah. And now he's not losing any time anymore. Oh, he has found his brother again. So they can start working together. Sander on a comfort lead, 13.7 seconds gap between him and Stel Beasley on its own, but he was very lucky that Stel Beasley had a crash and he didn't have it at the same time. Oh, another crash! Yeah, that's Indy. Everything can happen. Now the gap is 15 seconds. Oh, Wilson is second, Beasley third. And Losey is on 4, 3.5 seconds between him and Stel Beasley. 9 laps to go. 3.4 seconds. Thomas Kane a lap behind, so no problem with him. 2.7, oh no, 3 seconds to Stel Beasley. Wilson is on his own, 15 seconds behind Sandercoat. Is he the lucky man, or does he know how to not get involved into a crash? Let's see all the other drivers. Baptiste Richin in the pit. That's a long pit stop, I think he will stay there. Then we have Pinto on 15, Fabio Pinto. 888 on P17. Ashley van der Salm on 13. Thea Scapalter on 12. Roland Beasley on 11. He's helping his brother Stel again. Of course he tries to be second again. This is how American brothers help each other. Very close to each other. That makes them faster. Emilio Franco on P10. On P9 we have Friend Chapman. Thomas Kane on 8. Alex Ben on 7. Robert Tennyson on 6. Arthur Guillaume, what a difficult name to pronounce, on 5 years at least. Losey with a 4.3 seconds gap to Beasley. Stel Beasley and his brother. David Wilson. It's Netherlands, US and US on the podium for this moment. 3 laps to go. Oh, a crash at the entrance of the pit lane. 16 seconds. If he don't get a crash, then he will win the race. Let's That's a bit confusing. David Wilson on P2. Oh, there is Stel Beasley. Oh, it's the same livery as the car behind Wilson, but that's the back marker. Is the lap becoming smaller? No, it isn't. Losey on P4. So this will be the last lap for Sandercoat. Last lap, final lap of the race of the Indy 50 in 2025. Sandercoat did win last year. And is he going to win this year again? With a little bit of luck. Not involved in incidents, at least not so many incidents as Beasley. Here we have the winner for today, Sandercoat, also known as Cadillac Crafter. And on P2 we have David Wilson. He didn't finish the race yet. Last corner for David Wilson, and he will also be on the podium on P2, David Wilson. Then we switch to Stel Beasley. He became 3. Oh, very unfortunate for Arthur Goujon-Chioble. Oh, he has already finished the race, I guess. Okay. Losey. Yeah, now the leaderboard is a little bit confused, so we don't know if this already is as it should be. Thomas Kane on 7, it looks like. Van Chapman on 8. We don't know for sure, because the leaderboard will be confused sometimes at the end of the race. Ashley van der Selm on 11, on 12 Jadis Kapatka, 888 doing difficult things on 13. Fabio Pinto, does he know the race is already finished? So we are okay. Back to the pits. Let's see what the results are. These are the official results from the race. On 17, Baptiste Richens. 16, Fabio Pinto. 15, Tom Bindoor. 14, Connie Goende 888. 13, Tijas Kapatkar. 12, Ashley van der Zalm. 11, Roland Beasley. On 10, Emilio Franco. On 9, Van Chapman. 8, Thomas Kane. 7, Alex Ben. 6, Robert Tennyson. 6, Arthur Guillon. 4, Losey. 3, Stel Beasley. We thought he would win the race, but he had a little bit bad luck with some incidents. On 2 we have David Wilson, and the winner for today, Cadillac Crafter, and its real name is Sandercoat. Now I'm going to try to find... We had some technical issues. I had to switch to another computer, so a little bit mess you see now. Sorry for that. Still audio from Assetto Corsa. We are going to look for the interview area.
I'll move people. To the interview
Thomas.
room.
We need to go to... Thomas? Oh.
Water, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll definitely have stuff to talk about afterwards. Nitro, are you ready?
Yeah, you're on air. You can talk. Was a little bit of a mess, this team. the live stream, I had to switch to another computer after the event already started. So I had to
That is
improve a lot.
unfortunate.
But I could start the live stream just 1 second before the start. So the whole race has been streamed.
Oh, nice.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right, we
so
will start interviews.
yeah.
Well, there was definitely chaos there today. Welcome to another Indy. I hope you all had fun. There was definitely some backmarkers who did not read the driver briefing, so that's a little unfortunate. Some teams we saw out today, interesting strategies up and down the track. Let's start with David. David, you were on your own as far as I know. How did you get into P3? How do you feel about the race overall?
Honestly,
Me
the
too.
secret to Indy is just avoiding the wrecks. If you could get lucky, it takes a lot of luck, honestly. I had a bad qualifying. I didn't get any draft, started near the back. We were surprisingly clean for the first couple turns, at least in front of me. But yeah, honestly, if Stell hadn't got taken out, I would have finished P3. So he was doing way better than I was until that point.
Oh, we'll discuss Stell's strategy because he was doing quite well for a while there. Did you have any issues with 888? I know a lot of us did. I know I got crashed into 4 times by him.
Yeah, so it was. I really only had one incident with him. It was on the back straight. He was rejoining. I bumped the wall trying to avoid him, but that was about it for me.
All right, no, go on.
I had a probably the closest I came to ending my race was I was getting bump drafted by somebody. I think it was Alberto.
Yeah.
And almost spun into 3.
Yeah,
But
one of the guys was bump drafting me and pushed me into the wall, so that definitely not advisable to bump draft people you did not discuss it with beforehand. But P2,
yeah,
solid result for you.
yeah, it's my first podium in any FSGP race, so I'm excited for that.
All right, well, thank you very much. I misspoke earlier. David had P2, Stell got P3. Stell, you had a very unfortunate turn of events in your race. You were leading for, I believe, the first 30 laps or so?
I must have been more than that because after the pit, I came out ahead of Cadillac 2 or 3 seconds. But I just saw that gap shrivel and shrivel. In between us was of course 888. Which yeah, interesting fighting. I mean, he was within his right to at least fight initially. But then I think there was some very aggressive maneuvering. I was kind of thrown into the pit wall, had suspension damage that was going to last me to the end of the race. And quickly following that, he rejoined in front of me and Oliver. And then there was another collision that seemed just intentional, like it's like just coming onto track to mess with us. And that was what resulted in us dropping down, or well, myself dropping down to P3.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I know you and Roland were having a really good job for the drafting this whole time. For a split second, let's talk to Roland. Roland, how do you think your strategy was playing out?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty consistent. I do think we would have done well if that Nude Henskins guy hadn't joined the track at the second lap.
Yeah, I definitely was a little puzzled by that. Stell, when you actually did have your incident, did you have full damage? Because I noticed that you were dropping back even when you had the draft at that point.
It was suspension and then side damage. Just generally, the car got a lot more draggy. It wasn't enough to deter us from trying to keep going with the strategy. We knew that Lozy was still 4 seconds behind, and that's close enough to have a risk, especially without the drafting. I think we just wanted to continue with the strategy. Initially, we were hoping to get each other across the line in the same similar positions. but we played it as best as we could throughout the rest of the race, and we're bump drafting all the way to the last lap.
Well, I mean, that's unfortunate that you did get involved in a collision. I'm sure we will have some discussions in the steward room after this, but solid P3 nonetheless.
Thank you so much.
Cadillac, my man.
Oh,
3 years in a
greetings.
row.
I think almost 3 years in a row. I think who was it? Someone won it in between. What? Sorry. It's pretty weird winning 3 times in such a lucky race. I think I should go to a casino right now.
So let's talk your race through the lap. So I know that you, me, and Lozy were all, partnered up on this one to try to get us into the top, and we managed to
Yep.
qualify 4th, 5th, and 6th. So you were in the position to lead essentially our little team the entire time. Did you find that that was the main reason why you won, or was it just the fact that you managed to avoid all sorts of chaos throughout the race?
I think honestly, it was probably best for me to start P4, especially with you people behind us. Because I managed to be able to avoid most of the stuff happening in front of me. So that helped a lot. And later on, it just kind of made me save my tires for later, being that far back. Because I definitely needed it, because I didn't change my tires at the end. So I think it was a pretty good strategy all around.
Not changing your tires was definitely a ballsy move at the end there.
Yeah, well, I actually tested it in practice a couple of times, but to me, the tires seemed fine. Like, it would have been difficult if I had to battle with someone for position, but the way it ended, it was almost perfect because I had completely free air in front of me.
And when you took the lead, that was entirely due to Stell crashing out, right?
Yeah, I already, because after the pit stops, me and Stel were only a couple seconds separated. And then the fateful 888 happened where he rejoined kind of battling with us. And I already knew the kind of tactics he was up to. So I decided to just keep lifting, keep staying behind. Because sooner or later, some kind of incident would happen. Well, unfortunately for Stel, it eventually did happen. Pretty catastrophic one, but I kind of almost predicted it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, that's just the nature of Indy. We always have some chaos, and
Pretty
people don't
much.
read the driver's briefing beforehand. All right, let's take a quick look at the best lap, which was taken by Cadillac with a 25.406. Next fastest time was Stell, I believe. Let me check. Let me make sure. No, Roland got the second fastest time with a 25.415. Third fastest time was Stell with a 25.430. And then I have the fourth fastest time with a 25.479. Fifth fastest time was Alex Ben with a 25.492. So, interesting turn of events. People who qualified high immediately dropped down. Our highest qualifying position was Fen Chapman, who's brand new to FSGP. He dropped down to P9. I had fastest in practice, dropped down to P8. And yeah, overall, I think Indy went about as well as we could have expected. But let me ask you guys, since you're the top 3, how do you feel about ovals in these cars? David, let's start with you.
They are quite sketchy if you don't have a good setup. Yeah, it's tricky to really dial it down, be fast and consistent. It's a hard balance to strike in ovals.
Absolutely. Stell, what do you think?
I think if the opportunity were to arise to have another opportunity to do an oval, I think me and Roland, we carried a strategy that I think, in theory, at the peak of its performance, is unstoppable. So, and setup wise, it was a really fun engineering challenge to try and get it down, see how I can reduce the drag. overall, I had a really good experience preparing, and still, despite the result, racing in this Grand Prix. So
Yeah, absolutely. Team play is definitely what is going to make the winners an oval. So we saw today that both Cadillac and you were basically the leaders from the start due to how team play was working out. It's unfortunate what happened to Roland to immediately stop that team play midway through, but this is just how things go. Cadillac, what do you think?
I think honestly these cars are pretty perfect for oval racing because there's just so much mechanical grip even without the downforce options. You can make mistakes, well, at least if you have a more stable setup and a bit more experience, but you can make a mistake and recover pretty well. You don't really lose grip when you're slipstreaming, which I know is a problem with other cars. And they're not too fast, so the battling is pretty fun, but still pretty risky at the end because of the short wheelbase of the cars. So it can be upset a little bit easy.
Yeah, an IndyCar, or the Indy 500 or Indy 50 in our case, is definitely a unique oval where you are pretty much on throttle the entire time. So if we went to a shorter oval, there'd be a lot more changing of positions, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, we are back to our standard road courses. We will be at Canada. I hope to see you then.